It's Cindy's choice to be brave and to make a difference. Cindy here, and so glad to be here, and so glad you are here as well, and so glad that Ron Potter is here. Ron Potter of Challenge Golf Association. Hello, Three Putt.
Hey, Cindy, it's great to be back.
It's wonderful to be here. Why do we call you Three Putt?
Because that's on a good day. Sometimes it's 4. Sometimes you just live up to your nickname, Cindy, and you can't help it.
I know. It's so who gave you that nickname?
Well, it does have a good ring to it.
Yeah, I like it.
I remember.
I'd love to be called Three Putt instead of 10 Putt or whatever I might.
I remember one time I was at the PGA show in Orlando, and that's a huge show. It's got the whole convention center, and about 30 rows down, I heard someone hollering, "Hey, Three Putt," and I knew it was for me. So I guess it just follows you around.
That's
Cindy.
awesome. No, that's a great nickname. But we're going to jump back in. We've had another conversation with Ron, and we're talking about the Challenge Golf Association, which like I said, it's a fellowship outreach. Is because I'm a media sponsor with them, and I go on, and that's how I reference it. It's a outreach fellowship that's kind of been directed toward men since a man started it.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling super honored that Cindy's Choice has been invited to start including women, and there's some women that are very excited about being involved in this.
Well, Cindy, we need you.
Yeah.
We know you're networked. We know you're passionate about it. And we need you to head it up for us.
It all lines up, and it's just so amazing when that happens. And I'm like in this moment right now, I'm still like, trying to go, I love golf. I really love golf. And I love like the whole social, the relational, the outdoor activity. I mean, I really enjoy golf. And I honestly love introducing women to golf because I don't know what the statistics are, but there aren't a lot of women in comparison to how many men play. And I'm like, they're like, oh, it's too hard. I'm like, no, it's so social. You will love it. Just play. I just want to play good enough where nobody minds if I play with them. I don't worry about
keep score when you play, right?
Yeah, for the most part,
it's not about that.
Yet I can still compete. I can't tell you how many winning teams on best ball. Like I can contribute. I'm your typical golfer. I'm just not consistent, but I have so much fun. And I got to share this. What I really, really love about golf is, so many people get so frustrated, when they're playing because we all know these like crazy horror stories. But when you get that one good drive, that one good shot, and it's just magical.
Keeps you coming back, doesn't it?
Exactly, because that's what you leave remembering. That's what you talk about the whole next week. That's what gets you back there, that one good shot. So you kind of leave with the positive. So there's like another good life message there that I love that about golf because most people are like, I'm not any good, but they keep going because of that one good shot. Well, the last time in our conversation, we were starting to kind of dig in more. We got the overview of the Challenge Golf Association, and we were digging more into like the invitational. I think we kind of left off there. Free. How do you get to play golf? Free.
Yeah, it's a free golf tournament, and we work through churches with that to partner with them. And we have to have sponsors to cover the cost of that.
Oh yeah.
And we actually we created another company called Challenge Events. It's an LLC. Challenge Golf is a 501c3.
Right.
And so we created this to be like a buffer to take all the risk off the 501c3 because the fundraising events that we're doing are they're high caliber events and they're high profile. We bring in celebrities like Tim Tebow, for example.
Yeah.
He was our last one.
That was fun being on the green with Tim Tebow. Didn't mind that at all.
So there's really some risk in it because it's costly.
Yes.
And we just did not want that to affect the 501c3. So Challenge Events is a buffer. It takes the risk off the 501c3. But we've got all kinds of events planned this year. And sponsors can help us with this too. Those who are passionate about what we do and how we go about it. And there's some great opportunities for sponsors because, with our website and with our, like today, a podcast, we're going to be doing those.
Yeah, we're going to explore that. Like this is, that's like Cindy's Choice produces This is actually a vodcast. I just learned that we produce vodcast series, and we have a wonderful relationship here locally in the Chattanooga area with Boyd Speedway. So it's a Boyd Speedway. We're going to have to change it to vodcast. VOD, like video and podcast put together. VOD, vodcast. I just learned this. So, and it's produced by Cindy's Choice. And, they get to come to our studio. We even line up the guests for them and coordinate everything. They just got to show up and talk about what they love and leave. So it's a really, really good way for us to kind of take something off their plate, add value to the sponsors, and just share more about how wonderful that particular event or whatever's going on is. Yeah. So I just love being in a position to help in that way. And so, like, you've got the invitational, but you do like regular. What I love about this, there are regular events. You have some special events, but then consistently you have these how often does the invitational happen annually?
Well, the invitational happens as we get the funding for it, because it is a free golf tournament. If we had $1 million, we'd do 100 invitationals as quickly as we could. So it all goes right back to that. Every dime of it does. But we've got events that we use for fundraisers. We do about 20 a year. That includes challenge cups. It includes the shootouts. It includes VIP experiences. It includes the whole gamut. The first thing that we're doing is March 25th. It's coming up here in a few weeks, and it's at Top Golf. We have not done that before.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
We're going to play Pebble Beach at Top Golf.
That confused me. I'm like, you better give me more notice if we're going to Pebble Beach, Ron.
Yeah.
No, I love that because you're locally in the Chattanooga market. We just recently got one of those locations. What is it? I just spaced Top Golf. Yes, and I'm very familiar because coming from Texas, there were several locations in the Houston area. So I was a regular at Top Golf, and I love it. So I was so excited when one came here to the Chattanooga area. But, as we both recognize, as with Cindy's Choice, Cindy's Choice is expanding nationally, and we have the same thing in common. Cindy's Choice is a socially conscious business, a for-profit that wants to give back. So we've established the Cindy's Choice Charitable Charter. Okay. So we have our nonprofit area to, as we can raise the money, we have some place to put it, to pass it on to
We're on parallel paths,
when we do, when Cindy's Choice sponsors a ladies event, we've got the charter to collect funds and transfer it over to Challenge Golf Association. Awesome. Yeah. So that's we're kind of doing the same thing in uniquely different ways.
It's a good partnership.
Yeah, it really is, and because it is. I mean, it's amazing. I'm so amazed at what's happening with Cindy's Choice right now, and then I see it happening with you, and I know, because you've been all by yourself for a really long time.
Well, it hadn't been easy.
And just like me. So when it starts happening, it's just the most incredible feeling because you're so used to seeing it way out there. And it's just like when I share my Destitute to Destiny story, I'll remind myself, I still do the live radio along with the vodcast. I'm like, I've been talking about Destitute to Destiny, but this is it. I'm stepping in right now. Yeah. This is the destiny part, and I get to step in, and that's what I see in you with where you're at right now. Yeah. And it's so incredible to see that happen and see how big,
no doubt,
how big this what's the word I'm looking for? I wanted to say reach, but this impact, how big this impact, this help, this how big this love is. Yeah. And on my other segments, a lot what I in my radio show and my Destitute to Destiny podcast with, lead with love, seek first, understand. I'm really trying to help people understand how much we really do have to learn to authentically love each other. And, but you see my logo with the shield and the sword, but it's the heart. Yeah, we got to lead with love, but we got to be strong. We got to be warriors too. We got to, get out there and do what it takes. So it's difficult. A lot of people struggle with that.
There's a lot of people hurting right now. And
a lot of people are hurting.
With the pandemic, it just, compounds things. But, golf is something that you can do even during the pandemic. I've talked to golf courses recently that have told me they've got people playing 6 days a week.
And people reference golf as a lifetime sport.
Yes.
You see, like I said, I'd shared, if it, this episode or the one before, I can't remember, but I shared about playing with my son when he was very young. I learned pretty young. I was like 20 years, in my very early 20s, if that. And he learned even younger than that. And it gave me a great opportunity as a single mom to get to play with him. But, people, you could play forever. It's you see lots of seniors out on the course and more women. And I'm on you, girls, because we do want to get you out there and include you more, because it really is a wonderful fellowship, wonderful outreach opportunity through golf in general, but especially the way you've put this concept together.
Yeah.
But it is an authentic concept. And if you didn't listen to the other episode with Ron, where he kind of tells his story about how this was derived and so forth, it comes from authenticity. It comes from love, and just
no expectations.
Thank you. Exactly. It's like it's not
freely given.
Exactly. It's just an invitation.
It is. It's the invitational.
It's so simple. It's just an invitation. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to be more involved. And like I said, I'm kind of working on some independent things with ladies to kind of, get it. But then I can't wait to get involved when we're able to collaborate the both, or just go support them.
Sure.
The ones that the men are involved in, however it needs to come together. Just so very excited about it. And I know you have a website, because I know folks are going to want to know a lot more, or maybe even be able to get a hold of you.
Yes.
So what's the best way to do that, Ron?
All our events will be listed on a new website that we're creating with this challenge events. And the website is www.gotochallengeevents.com. So it's GOTO, challengeevents.com.
I like that.
And then we'll have everything listed there. We'll have our Challenge Cup, which is our member guest. That's going to be at Macklemore. And anyone that watches this show today is an honorary member of Challenge Golf. And it'll be a 2-person select shot, men or women. And it's at probably the best golf course in the area. Macklemore is incredible.
Oh, yeah. I get to play there this coming week. I'm really excited.
But that's June 8th. We've got the date already set for that.
Well, we'll get this episode released as soon as possible and get that out there.
There you go.
And that's June 8, 2021. Yes, we are in 2021. And that'll be here pretty quick. Spring is just around the corner, and then bam, there's summer. And Ron, I just can't tell you how much I just am just elated to be able to offer this platform and support Challenge Golf Association and what you're doing, and come alongside of you as we kind of grow together, and this and you know what, add more to the convergence, because
Absolutely.
It's not just us. I've shared about with you some other really amazing folks that I'm working with, and I'm recognizing the commonality there, and the same kind of purpose-driven kind of drive and so forth. And it's just incredible. And there's just so much more to share. So
sure.
I really see you're going to have to be popping in here on a pretty regular basis.
That sounds great to me.
Because we love talking to you.
Yeah.
And we love that you're here, and we appreciate you tuning in, and keep watching. We've got the Cindy's Choice guest series. We've got the Cindy's Choice client series where I'm talking to my clients. We've got the Destitute to Destiny, where I'm sharing my story of homelessness on the street, and just poverty and neglect and abandonment and abuse as a child. And then I'm also starting the Journey with Jesus, because that's like a whole separate story, because I didn't get introduced to Jesus till late in life. And now we're exploring some opportunities to help organizations like Challenge Golf Association. Of creating a series for them, because it's what better way to reach people than, through a visual speaking type platform. And so we're just really elated to be in a position to help and serve. And I just want to kind of end it with because I'm like picturing all these people that are working with you. And like you said, we mentioned working with Tim Tebow, and I think there's stuff maybe in the future that with his involvement and so forth like that. and I'm just so excited with things to come. So the very next one's
we've got
Top Golf.
Top Golf March 25th. Then we've got Tom Lehman, May the 4th.
That's what I
at
think.
Shoal Creek.
I knew there was something because I
That
knew
is,
about that one, and that's what I was kind of scrambling for.
Yes, that's
I was like,
back
I know
by
there's something
popular
else.
demand. We did that 2 years ago.
That's
and
what it
everybody's
was.
been wanting to go back to Shoal Creek, and especially to hang out with Tom. You know, he's the only golfer that's ever won Player of the Year on all 3 tours.
Wow.
And he's just phenomenal to be with. He's like Tim. He gave us quality time. He's genuine. He's authentic, and he's all about what we do. And then we've got some Atlanta Braves legends that we've made some inroads with. Brian Jordan, you remember meeting
Oh yeah,
him?
he was wonderful.
Yeah, and Otis Nixon. And,
Yes.
And, we've got Marquise Grissom and several others. And we're going to be doing an event in Atlanta at TPC Sugarloaf, the great golf course down there. And we'll have several of these legends there.
And again, it's like those are really, and I always joke, like when I post pictures and things, I'm like, it's my job to hobnob, this is what I'm supposed to do. But it isn't their celebrity that makes it so exciting. It's just what you said. Yeah. I mean, Tim Tebow was fully there. And it was very, very obvious that he really cared.
He
and
actually volunteered a couples retreat where he brings his wife Demi with him. Remember, she was like Miss Universe in 2017, and he's offered to do that, and we could do that possibly at Macklemore.
That's amazing.
How fun would that be?
And that's at the Macklemore here in the Chattanooga area. I think it's a Georgia address,
yeah,
but it's
Rising
not.
Fawn,
Rising
Georgia.
Fawn on Lookout Mountain. So it's not too far away. But hey, it's always hard to end a conversation with Ron because I enjoy having him here so much, and I love talking about golf, and I love talking about Challenge Golf Association. But we'll end it for now. But thank you always, 3-putt, and I look forward. Maybe I get to see you out on the green next time.
Absolutely.
And
give me a putting lesson, will you?
Oh shoot! I got to tell you, I'm getting back out there. But thank you so much for joining us, and keep watching.